What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We are getting into the final episode of my season predictions videos, episode 32. The Carolina Panthers. They get the honor of being the final team, and this is a big one because you look at the NFC South right now, it's wide open. You got the Saints at a 6-9 mark right now, the Falcons at 6-9, and the Bucks all the way down at 4-11. The Panthers could easily win this division with a new year in Bryce Young. Will it happen though? I guess you'll have to watch it to find out. But let's get into it. And actually, before we do, just so you know, after this video, in a couple days, we're going to be coming out with the full predictions. Every team will see the entire standings, and then we'll make full playoff predictions heading into the 2023 season. And of course, we obviously got we obviously got power rankings, season predictions coming out like every week. It's going to be fun. The NFL season, only one more week of waiting here. A week and a few days till the first game between the Chiefs and the Lions. But anyway, let's dive into this. Starting out here with the first game of the Panthers season. They got to go on the road to the Falcons. I do think that the Falcons can get that win, and the Panthers start out the season with a loss on the road. But then they get a week 2 game against the Saints. I do think that they can beat New Orleans so that they even up their record. Very tough game against Seattle. The Panthers do match up well with the Seahawks if they can run the football well, but I do think Bryce Young's going to make some mistakes with that very good secondary of Seattle, and the Seahawks are going to pull off the win, especially in a tough environment as well. Moving on to a week 4 game against the Minnesota Vikings. I do think that the Vikings will win that one as well, so the Panthers fall to 1-3. Next game up here on the schedule, we have a week 5 matchup, Panthers-Lions. And that's going to be a tough one. The Lions at home. Lions are a very solid team this season. I do think that the Lions will end up getting that one. Moving on, we have the week 6 game here against the Miami Dolphins. Another tough game. Tua Tagovailoa on this Dolphins team is going to be very good. I think that the Panthers drop that one as well. So heading into the bye week, they have a record of 1-5. Not good at all. But like I said, the division's still wide open. Plenty of time left in the year. Let's see what they can do. Week 8 here, coming off the bye, they got a game against the Texans. Let's see if it'll load. And I do think that they could beat Houston. Coming off the bye here, Bryce Young at home. This should be a win, I think, for Carolina. Next game up, they have the Indianapolis Colts. Another one of these games that I think should be a win. We have a Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson showdown here, as well as the C.J. Stroud Bryce Young showdown. That should be a fun one. But I do think that the Panthers are the better team than the Colts, and they're being at home. I think that they can get that job done. Moving on here, we have the Chicago Bears. Thursday night game on the road. I'm going to give this one to Justin Fields and the Bears, just barely, though. I can see the Panthers coming up with a win, but on the road, I think it's going to be too much. I do think that the Panthers are the better team, but like I said, on the road, it's going to be too much, I think, for them. Next up, we have the Panthers against the Cowboys, and we all know the Cowboys probably going to be a really good team this season. That's going to be a tough one. I think that they lose that one as well. But then I think that they bounce back in an upset win on the road against the Titans. I think Bryce Young can get some things figured out here as the season goes on, even against the Bears and the Cowboys. I think that the Bryce Young is going to get a lot better as the season goes on, and I think that the Titans are going to lose that one in a tough loss. Titans, not a sleeper team at all. I do think that they're going to be a solid team this season, but I think that the Panthers can pull off the win. Moving on here, a Week 13 game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And, sorry, I need to... I do think in Week 14, the Panthers can win that one. Let's see, did it load? Yeah, it did. So the Panthers, I do think, even on the road against Tampa Bay, I think that they're the better team. They can pull off the win. Moving on, we got the Saints against the Panthers, and this is going to be a loss, I think. I don't think that they sweep the Saints this season. Week 14 Saints going to be a pretty good team. I think that they can pull off the win. Next up, we have the Atlanta Falcons. I think that the Panthers can even up that season series with Atlanta. Atlanta's a good team, but at home on a Saturday game, I think Panthers can get it done. Moving on to the Christmas Eve game against the Green Bay Packers. I was debating between this one. Can the Panthers maybe pull off the win? But I do think Jordan Love and the Packers team is just better at this point on the year. This defense is going to be good. I think Jordan Love is going to hit strides. And I just think that the Panthers are just the Packers are going to be a better team at this point on in this season, even with Bryce Young hitting his stride. So I do think that's going to be a loss. Moving on, we have the Jaguars, a very tough road game there. I'm going to give that one to Jacksonville. These are big games. The Panthers do need them, but I don't think that they're going to get them. The Jaguars win that one at home. So they do finish at 6-10 on the season. That we'll see. I mean, they have to beat the Bucs to be 7-10 and tie with the Saints. Can it be done? I do think that they win it. Would that put them ahead, though? Let's find out. If it'll load. Yeah, there it is. It doesn't look like it. Yeah. The Saints are going to win the NFC South just barely at a 7-10 record. Congratulations, Saints fans. The Panthers and the Falcons are going to come up a game short. Just couldn't get it done. I wonder why the Saints won the division there. I don't know why this thing's being so slow, but yeah, while we're waiting for that to load, No. Now it's going to the Vikings. That's not what I pushed. Okay, we'll give a full rundown in the predictions video for you Panthers fans. But so Carolina, unfortunately, going to come up short of making the postseason at 7-10. That's not good. They really wanted to make it, but they're going to come up short. So they do finish 4-2 in the division, though, coming 1-1 with the Falcons and the Saints, and then sweeping the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They do finish 4-8 in the conference, which means that they go. I think that's why the Panthers missed out, is because they didn't have as good of a conference record as the Saints. We'll check that in a minute. But the Panthers, that means that they go 3-2 in the AFC. Pretty darn good, especially since in the AFC in the past I've had them win it out. But 5-3 at home, 2-7 on the road. Not bad there by any means. Let's look at the Saints' record against the conference. So no, that's a deciding factor right there. Yeah, so they finished 5-7 in the conference. That was probably the difference maker, unfortunately, for Carolina Panthers fans. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed the content. Unfortunate for you Panthers fans. Better luck next year. I do think Bryce Young and this Panthers team, give them another year. This team's going to be very good if they can add some weapons and build up this offensive line. But anyway, guys, peace out.